You think struggle is your enemy. You've been taught to avoid it, medicate it, silence it. But listen carefully. Struggle is the forge. Challenge is the hammer. And your limitations, they're the raw steel waiting to be shaped. Every obstacle you faced, every setback you've endured, every disappointment you've carried, it wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to strip you down, burn the softness out of you, and expose the truth. No one is coming to save you. Comfort is the silent killer. Ease is the slow poison. Men drown in softness, suffocated by the pillows of modern life. But you are not here to drown. You are here to rise through the fire, to take the pressure that bends most men into followers and turn it into a weapon that makes you unstoppable. Machiavelli understood the law. Transformation is born in cold necessity, not comfort. The weak cling to illusions of fairness, to fantasies of safety. But you must embrace clarity. You must embrace the reality of existence. And once you do, you will see the truth. Struggle is not your curse, it is your fuel. And with it, you will reinvent your life into something unbreakable. Number 1, weak minds seek comfort. Weak men run from the storm. They chase comfort like a drug, wrapping themselves in softness, begging for safety. But comfort does not protect you. It weakens you quietly. It dulls your edge. It steals your hunger. It makes you forget that life is challenge. The world does not reward the comfortable. It forgets them. Every empire collapses when its men grow too soft, too addicted to ease, too afraid of discomfort. And right now, you must decide which side you stand on. Growth is the price of greatness. Discomfort is the toll gate to power. Every moment you avoid challenge, you lose a piece of yourself. Every time you surrender to comfort, you feed your weakness and starve your strength. Do you want to be unstoppable? Then embrace what weak minds run from. Step willingly into discomfort. Train your body to endure. Train your mind to hold steady when others break. Stop craving the false warmth of safety. It will never satisfy you. Instead, demand the fire, demand the cold, demand the struggle that burns mediocrity out of you. Machiavelli wrote that necessity sharpens the spirit of men. Only when pressed by challenge, only when tested by reality do men discover what they are capable of. Weak minds will never know this truth. They will die chasing comfort, blind to the fact that it was their cage. But you are different. You have the chance to turn struggle into steel. You have the choice to strip away every weakness and build yourself into a man who cannot be bent, cannot be broken. Comment below. Comfort is my enemy, struggle is my strength. Number 2, release attachment. Attachment is the chain that keeps men limited. You cling to people, possessions, titles, and illusions, and in that clinging, you give away your power. The world senses your dependence, and it exploits it. Machiavelli warned, he who depends on others is already compromised. Attachment makes you predictable, controllable, breakable. You fear loss because you cannot imagine yourself without what you hold dear. But here's the truth. Everything you think you own can be taken from you. Your wealth, your status, even the people you love. And when they are taken, if your identity collapses with them, you were never strong. You were merely decorated and borrowed armor. The solution is discipline. Release attachment. Stand in the clarity of independence, where no chain holds you. When you loosen the grip of need, when you no longer cling to outcomes, you become sovereign. If you love, love without dependence. If you possess, hold it without worship. If you lead, lead as though tomorrow it could all be stripped away, because only then can you stand as a man who cannot be threatened. Loss will come for you. Disappointment will strike you.
Change will shift your circumstances. But if you release attachment before life does, you rob struggle of its sting. You transform detachment into strength. You become the man who adapts unshaken while others crumble. Release the chain, loosen the grip, then rise unbound. Comment below. Nothing owns me. I walk untethered. Number 3. Master your presence. Most men move through the world like ghosts, unnoticed, irrelevant, invisible. They lack gravity. They enter a room and dissolve into the background, seeking silently for approval, shrinking under the weight of other men's eyes. But not you. You are not here to blend. You are here to command the air you breathe. Your presence must register before you even speak. Machiavelli knew that perception was power, that men are moved more by appearances than truth, and so you must forge your presence into strength. This is not about arrogance. This is about control. Control of your posture, your silence, your words, your gaze. Control of the energy you project, so that every step announces authority. People must feel you before they hear you. They must sense your composure, your certainty, your refusal to be shaken. This requires discipline. Your body must be trained into calm confidence. No frantic movements, no nervous fidgets. Your voice must be sharpened into clarity, measured, deliberate, carrying weight. Your eyes must project focus, making others respect the force of your attention. When you master this, you will discover the hidden truth. The world responds to presence. Weak men seek approval. Strong men radiate certainty. Presence makes others anticipate your leadership. Respond before resistance begins. Follow without being asked. But beware. Presence cannot be faked. The timid man who tries to mimic it becomes a caricature. True presence is born from inner control, from the silence within you that does not beg, does not hurry, does not doubt. It comes from a man who has embraced challenge, released attachment, and burned weakness out of his soul. When you stand, you do not posture, you embody. When you speak, you do not plead, you declare. And when you fall silent, the air itself becomes heavy, forcing others to wait, to wonder, to respect. Master your presence, and you will never have to chase power. Power will recognize you. Comment below. My presence is my power. Number 4. Expect betrayal. Betrayal is not an accident. It is a reality of life. At some point, those you trust may falter. Allies will shift. Friends may reveal envy. Relationships will be tested. The weak collapse over betrayal. They shatter, clinging to the illusion that loyalty is guaranteed. But Machiavelli knew better. He warned that men are complex, driven by their own interests, quick to change when storms arrive. To ignore this truth is to live blind. Instead, expect betrayal. Anticipate it. Learn from it when it comes. Do not shatter. Transform. Each disappointment is proof that you were significant enough to warrant complexity. Each act of disloyalty strips away the uncertain from your circle and leaves only the strong, or no one at all, which is often clearer. Betrayal is not your end, it is your sharpening. It teaches you to stop leaning on false guarantees, to stop handing out your trust carelessly. It forces you into self-reliance, into vigilance, into cold clarity. The betrayed man who survives becomes resilient. He learns to observe the subtle patterns in words and actions. He learns to move without revealing his entire hand. He learns to guard his own heart, so no disappointment can shatter it again. Betrayal teaches you. It reminds you that dependence is limitation, that trust is earned, that only self-mastery is permanent. And once you stop fearing betrayal, once you expect it, no one can use it against you. They can change, they can shift, they can disappoint, but you will remain steady as stone, unbroken, transformed. Do not curse betrayal, learn from it. Every disappointment is a teacher, every shift is a lesson, and every scar is another layer of wisdom. Stand tall in betrayal's fire, and you will emerge sharper, wiser, stronger, unstoppable. Comment below. Betrayal sharpens my steel. Number 5. Command your emotions.
The man who cannot command his emotions is already limited. He is reactive, his strings pulled by insult, by rejection, by fear, by desire. Watch him. He snaps in rage when mocked. He collapses in grief when abandoned. He drowns in anxiety when uncertain. He trembles in lust when tempted. Such a man is no master at all. He is controlled by circumstance. Machiavelli's law is cold and clear. The master is not he who conquers armies, but he who conquers himself. Emotional mastery is the iron core of power. Without it, every enemy can provoke you, every manipulator can bait you, every challenge can pull you apart with ease. But when you command your emotions, you become unstoppable. You feel anger but do not erupt. You channel it into strategy. You feel fear but do not retreat. You sharpen it into caution. You feel desire but do not grovel. You direct it until it bends to your will. Emotional control does not mean numbness. It means mastery. It means turning volatile chaos into precise force. The man who controls his emotions becomes the calm in the storm, the eye of the hurricane, the presence that steadies all who face him. People respect what they cannot shake. They cannot manipulate the man who shows no panic, no desperation, no trembling weakness. His face is composed, his voice deliberate, his movement steady. Inside, he may feel the same waves of fear and doubt as all men, but he channels those waves into fuel, never letting them spill outward. Imagine a battlefield, arrows flying, chaos screaming, men breaking ranks in terror. In the center stands one man, unshaken, his expression calm, his voice commanding, his mind clear. That man becomes a force greater than armies. You must be that man. Train yourself daily. When insulted, remain composed. When tempted, remain disciplined. When chaos erupts, remain calm. Every time you resist the pull of emotion, you strengthen the iron grip of self-command. Eventually, your emotions become your tools, not your masters. And then, when you channel them, they do not scatter wildly. They strike with precision under your direction. This is the law. Control yourself and you control the battlefield. Lose control and you are nothing but reactive. Remember, weak men are ruled by emotion. Powerful men channel emotion. Command yours, and no one will ever command you. Comment below. I command myself. I command the world. Number 6. Turn pain into discipline. Pain is the raw currency of transformation. Every man suffers, but only the rare few convert that suffering into discipline. The masses drown in their pain, numbing it with distractions, alcohol, meaningless pleasures, empty comfort. They waste their struggle, seeking escape instead of forging it into power. But you must be different. Your pain is not your burden, it is your training ground. Every sleepless night, every heartbreak, every disappointment, every setback is fuel. The weak complain, the strong build. Discipline is born in struggle because discipline is the refusal to be broken by it. When your body aches, discipline keeps you moving. When your mind screams, discipline forces silence. When temptation claws at you, discipline chains you to your mission. Pain will test you daily. It will whisper to quit, to rest, to seek comfort. But when you learn to welcome challenge, when you learn to embrace it, you become unstoppable. Pain becomes proof that you are alive, proof that you are sharpening. Understand this. Discipline is not motivation. Motivation is a flickering flame, weak and fleeting. Discipline is steel. It does not care about mood. It does not wait for inspiration. It obeys only the command of necessity. You cannot build discipline in comfort. You forge it in struggle. Each time you resist weakness, you add another link to your chain of power. Each time you rise when you want to sleep. Each time you work when you want to rest. Each time you stay focused and committed when others collapse. You are building the fortress of your will. And one day, that fortress will be impenetrable.
The world will throw chaos at you. It will hand you pain without mercy.
It will test your flesh and mind. But discipline will keep you standing. Remember, pain is the fire, discipline is the blade, and you are the blacksmith. Use your struggle to shape yourself into something greater than flesh, greater than fear, greater than circumstance. Pain will never leave you, but with discipline, you will never bow to it. Instead, you will rise through it, sharpened, hardened, unyielding. Comment below. Pain builds my discipline. Discipline builds my power. Number 7. Silence is authority. Words are cheap. The world is full of men who never stop talking, who spill their thoughts, their fears, their insecurities with every breath. They confuse noise for power, chatter for influence, expression for control. But the truth is clear. The more you speak, the more you expose yourself. Every unnecessary word reveals weakness, reveals your hand, reveals your lack of control. Silence, on the other hand, is a tool sharper than any blade. Silence commands attention. Silence creates gravity. Silence creates an invisible pull that forces others to fill the void with their nervous words, their confessions, their doubts. He who speaks less listens more, sees more, and understands more. Machiavelli understood this law. Leaders hold their power not by giving away their thoughts, but by concealing them, revealing only what strengthens their position. A man of silence becomes a mirror, forcing others to project onto him while he keeps his true mind protected behind composure. Imagine walking into a room where everyone is competing for attention, spilling their energy into the air. And then you enter, calm, steady, silent. Your very stillness pulls eyes to you. People wonder what you are thinking, what you are planning, why you do not join the noise. They lean closer, eager to interpret the smallest movement, the slightest word. That is authority. Authority is not earned by shouting. It is earned by restraint. When you do speak, your words strike like iron because they are rare, deliberate, chosen with precision. Your silence is not weakness, it is strategy. It forces others to reveal themselves while you remain unreadable. It makes you formidable because no one can manipulate what they cannot see. The undisciplined man cannot endure silence. He fills it with nervous chatter. The strong man wields silence as strength. Train yourself to say less, to reveal less, to let silence work for you. Command the room without effort, without shouting, without seeking, simply by existing as a presence no one can penetrate. Remember, lions do not roar constantly. They sit in silence, and their presence alone commands respect. Become that lion. Speak when it matters, hold silence when it doesn't, and let the world respect your authority. Comment below. My silence is my throne. Number 8. Dominate through clarity. The man who is attached to outcomes is the man who can be controlled. When you crave approval, they will manipulate you with praise. When you crave validation, they will bind you with acceptance. When you crave wealth, they will limit you with promises of gold. And when you fear loss, they will pressure you with its threat. Attachment is the invisible chain that makes men bend. But clarity is freedom. Clarity is power. Machiavelli knew the ruler must never be bound by need for security, by desperate desire for certainty. He must be clear enough to walk away from anything, disciplined enough to sever ties when necessity demands it. To dominate through clarity is not to stop caring. It is to stop depending. It is to value everything but be owned by nothing. When you gain clarity, you can act with precision while others drown in emotion. You can see the game for what it is while they are blinded by need. You become unstoppable because no threat shakes you, no pressure tempts you, no loss destroys you. Clarity means you hold the sword while others hold their chains. Weak men cling to outcomes, terrified of losing what they have. Strong men maintain clarity, knowing they can rebuild, knowing they can adapt, knowing nothing external defines them.
The man who can walk away from everything is the man who cannot be broken by anything. You must train this discipline. When you feel your heart clinging, release it. when you feel your mind obsessing, pull it back into focus. Clarity does not mean apathy. It means control. It means choosing when to invest and when to withdraw without being limited by either. Clarity makes you unpredictable, and unpredictability is power. No one can box you in. No one can pressure you. No one can hold you hostage to fear or longing. This is the law. Own your mind fully, and never let it be chained to what you cannot control. Maintain clarity, and you will dominate. Because while others are trembling over what they may lose, you are already 2 steps ahead, ready to pivot, ready to build another path, ready to move through fire untouched. You do not beg. You do not cling. You stand free, and freedom is the highest form of strength. Comment below. Nothing binds me. I am unstoppable. Number 9. Respect is leverage. Men are not guided purely by logic. They are not ruled by fairness alone, nor by reason, nor by noble ideals. They are influenced by respect. Respect is the invisible force that drives their choices, that dictates their behavior, that bends their will. Machiavelli knew this law. It is more reliable to be respected than merely liked, because affection is fragile and fleeting, but respect is solid, unforgettable, earned through consistency and strength. To understand this is to wield the most powerful tool of influence. Weak men avoid confrontation. They want to be liked. They want to be accepted. They want to be harmless. But harmless men are forgettable. The world overlooks them. No one follows their lead because they inspire nothing. You must be different. You must earn respect, not as a victim, but as a master. This does not mean becoming reckless or harsh. It means becoming formidable. It means projecting an aura that others dare not test. It means carrying yourself in such a way that disrespect toward you feels unwise, that crossing you feels costly. Respect is not about making threats or spilling aggression at every turn. It is about presence, discipline, and the quiet certainty that you will not hesitate when the moment demands action. Men must know, even if unspoken, that to challenge you is to face consequence. Respect sharpens loyalty. Respect deters betrayal. Respect creates influence where mere affection fails. And yet respect must be balanced. It cannot turn into tyranny. If men resent you more than they respect you, they will unite against you. The art lies in striking the line. Inspire enough respect that men follow, but not so much that they conspire. How do you do this? By being coldly consistent, by enforcing boundaries without hesitation, by never bluffing. If you speak a consequence, you deliver it. If you draw a line, you defend it. Weak men issue empty warnings. Strong men set examples. Over time, this consistency builds your reputation, and reputation is power multiplied. You won't have to raise your voice, won't have to draw your blade. Your name alone will carry weight. That is leverage. Respect does not mean others will love you. It means they will follow you, remember you, trust you, and respect outlasts affection. To earn respect is to embrace reality. Men follow not mere kindness, but strength, balanced with principle. Be respected, and you will never be forgotten. Comment below. Respect is my weapon. Influence is my shadow. Number 10. The law of transformation. There is one law that governs every man who rises from nothing to power, from weakness to strength, from brokenness to unshakable force. Transformation is born in struggle, sustained in discipline, and crowned in clarity. Machiavelli understood this truth centuries ago. Men are not elevated by comfort. They are reforged by necessity, by fire, by cold reality. And now it is your turn to embody this law. Look at the pain you've carried, the disappointments you've endured, the failures that nearly buried you.
Do you not see? These were not curses. They were the crucible. They were the furnace designed to burn away the excess, to strip you down to the essence of who you could be. The world tried to test you, and in doing so, it handed you the raw material for transformation. Every scar on your body, every scar on your soul is not a weakness. It is an engraving of your becoming, but only if you choose it. Transformation is not automatic. Weak men suffer and remain the same men they always were. Strong men suffer and emerge as something else entirely. Harder, sharper, clearer, unstoppable. This is the law. You must use every wound as fuel, every setback as training, every loss as a lesson. You must build discipline where once there was chaos, calm where once there was reaction, silence where once there was desperation. And above all, you must release the illusions that keep other men chained. Comfort, attachment, validation. Strip yourself clean of them. Then rise as something beyond ordinary flesh. Rise as presence. Rise as command. Rise as inevitability. This world respects only one thing: mastery. Mastery over yourself, mastery over your emotions, mastery over your circumstances, and influence over the minds of others. Transformation is the coldest law because it demands sacrifice. You must leave your old self behind. You must burn the boy and carve the man. You must transcend who you were to become who you must be. Do this and you will walk through life unstoppable, unshaken, unforgettable. The storms will come, the challenges will strike, the world will test you, but nothing will bend you. You will be iron dressed in flesh, silence wrapped in storm, power embodied. That is transformation. That is the law. Comment below. I rise through struggle. I am transformation. And if these words have sharpened you, if they've lit the fire inside you, remember, this is only the beginning. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Welcome to Psyform.